What's going on? Welcome back to 100% NUFC. Sharky speaking. I hope you're all doing really well. So welcome to a new series on my channel called Premier League Predictions. Yes, I'm 1 week late. That's because I was in London last week, so I didn't have a chance to do it. Just to let you know that there won't be any more previews on this channel. However, if other fans do want to preview the upcoming games from another fan's point of view, you can do that. You can let me know and send me a message on Instagram or on Twitter, and also leave a message down below in the comments. So this series is going to be Premier League predictions. What you have to do is get 3 predictions right out of 10. I'm going to be predicting all 10 Premier League fixtures over the course of the weekend, and how it's going to work is if you get 3 correct, you will get a shout out on the channel, and I'll also screenshot it so everyone can see, and I will also subscribe to you as well. I know a lot of YouTubers do this. A lot of them only predict sort of 4 or 5 games. I'm going to predict all of them so everybody can get involved. It's all about getting you involved in this channel as well, and making sure that that you all have a say on this channel as well. So how it all goes this weekend, there's games happening on Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll get back with all of your predictions on the Tuesday, because the last game to kick off was on Monday night. However, if the last game was to kick off on Sunday, I'll get back to you on the Monday. That's how it's going to work on this channel. So if you're new and you enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video as well, and I will make you aware it is a 15 to 20 minute prediction video, each one that happens each week. So get your coffees, get your teas ready, and yeah, I'm going to get started. So the first game to kick off this weekend, it's the early kickoff, and it's Cardiff versus my team Newcastle United. It's a 12:30 kickoff at the Cardiff City Stadium. Now I think it's going to be a tough game for us. We come off the back of a defeat against Tottenham at St James's Park. I felt we played well in the second half. The first half, I liked how we battled back, but Tottenham were just far too good for it. Cardiff, on the other hand, they got beat as well. First game in, it's not going to be an easy season for them. You've got Jacob Murphy and Josh Murphy potentially caught up against each other as well. And it's not going to be an easy game because Cardiff are at home. They'll say this is a winnable game, a game where they should be getting something, and they'll think if we want to beat teams such as Newcastle, we can stay in this Premier League. And I think all in all, I think it's going to be a tough game. I don't want to underestimate Cardiff. We're going all the way down there as well, and I don't want to see we go down there and get beat. So for my prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Now let's start off with the 3 o'clock kickoffs on the Saturday. First up, it's Everton versus Southampton. Now it's going to be a tough game for both sides. Everton drew against Wolves last time out, and Southampton got a draw against Burnley. Now it's going to be a tight game, I think. Everton, will be expected to win at Goodison Park. They've got a good squad. They didn't exactly have a good pre-season. However, they will look to bounce back at home to Southampton this Saturday and hopefully get 3 points to build on what was, again, a disastrous pre-season. And Everton will be up there this season, no question about that. Southampton, on the other hand, still got Mark Hughes in charge, so he kept them up. Things like he played amazing against Burnley last week. Seen out the game, got a respectable 0-0 draw. But in terms of a score prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Everton. Next up, it's Leicester versus Wolves at the King Power Stadium. So Leicester, they got beat off Manchester United at Old Trafford, first game of the season. Leicester had a really good end of the season last season, finishing in the top 10. Wolves, got a respectable draw against Everton coming back. They've got that fighting spirit in them. They cruised to the championship title last season. They showed against Everton that they can come back. They have got a good enough squad. Ruben Neves is going to be a player to watch out for this season. They've got quality all over the pitch. I don't think they'll go down. I think it's going to be a tight game down in the Midlands. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, it's Tottenham versus Fulham. Now, Tottenham are still playing their games at Wembley. It's going to be a London derby. Fulham have just been promoted from the Championship. They've done it the hard way. They got beat 2-0 off Crystal Palace, so it was a little bit of a wake-up call for them. Tottenham beat us 2-1 at St James's Park. They could have won by more. They've got quality, and they're going to be challenging this season, no doubt, in the Champions League in the top 6 and potentially the league. In terms of a score prediction, I reckon it's going to be a walk in the park. I reckon it's going to be 3-1 to Tottenham. Next up, it's West Ham versus Bournemouth. Now, West Ham, they lost heavily to Liverpool at Anfield last week. I don't think it was for the want of trying. I think Liverpool have got a really good squad on paper. It's going to be hard to beat Liverpool this season. West Ham, they've made a lot of signings. They've brought in Pellegrini. They've brought in a lot of key players that need to be strengthened. They needed a lot of quality, whereas last season they were losing that. They managed to stay up, of course. Bournemouth, on the other hand, you know, they beat Cardiff quite convincingly. They deserve to win. Looking good under Eddie Howe already. You know, they had a really good pre-season. And I think all in all, it's going to be a tight game at the Olympic Stadium, but I think West Ham will turn it around against Bournemouth. I think they're going to beat Bournemouth by 1-0. Next up, the late kick-off on the Saturday, it's Chelsea versus Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Now, Sorry got off to a very good start against Huddersfield, beating them by 3-0. Fully deserved to win from what I've seen on Match of the Day. They were brilliant, you know, they were stringing the ball around really, really nicely, you know, some of the good 1-2 passing, and you know, they could have beaten Huddersfield by 4 or 5 on the day. And I think Chelsea will be up there this season. I still think they were wrong to sign Conte, but I think, you know, Sorry will turn it around. You know, he done well at Napoli last season and he deserves his chance in the Premier League. Arsenal, on the other hand, got absolutely humiliated off Man City. Now, I don't think that's really a bad thing because Man City are a good squad. They won the league last season. They will be challenging again for the Premier League. And, you know, they've really spent hundreds on their team. Yes, Arsenal have got a new manager. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for them to bond. I think once they, you know, win a couple of games, I think, you know, they will start hitting the ground running. They have signed a lot of players as well, so that will take a bit of time for them to gel in the game as well. But I think it's Stamford Bridge. I think it's going to be a tight London derby, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw between Arsenal and Chelsea. Next up, on Sunday, it's the early kick-off. It's Burnley versus Watford. Now, Burnley, you know, they drew 0-0 away to Southampton, which again for the opening game of the season isn't bad. But I still think it's going to be a tough season for them. You know, they're in the Europa League. They've got a battle with that. You know, they've got a lot of injuries as well. They made a good signing in Joe Hart. You know, they did look promising against Southampton. They could have even nicked all 3 points, but to go all the way down to Southampton to get a point isn't a bad thing. Now, for Watford on the other side, they won as well last weekend. You know, they're looking strong already. They've kept the manager. Thing for Watford is they're going to have to keep a hold of him. You know, they're going to have to try and keep the squad together. You know, they had a good start last season, and we all know what happened. It tailed off when Marco Silva was linked with the Everton job. I think it's going to be a tough game, you know, at Turf Moor. I don't think Burnley are going to win this game, unfortunately, because they will be knackered because they've got Europa League today, or they would have already played by the time this video comes out tomorrow, Friday. I think it's going to be a tight game. I don't think it's going to be a bad point for either team. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. Now, the next game, it's Man City versus Huddersfield. Man City absolutely wiped the floor with Arsenal last week. And now I think it's going to be a walk in the park. I can't see Huddersfield doing much this season. Yes, they have strengthened, but the thing for Huddersfield last season is they didn't score enough goals. They didn't score any goals against Chelsea, and I didn't see Huddersfield make many opportunities against Chelsea, which was never going to be easy for them. It's always going to be a tough game for them. You know, playing the top 4, playing anybody in the Huddersfield, you know, team, it's going to be tough for them to, you know, get a result against any sort of Premier League team. They've done well to stay up last season. I did back them, but I think it's going to be a tough, you know, day in the office for Man City on Sunday, and I think Man City, you know, will have too much for Huddersfield. I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-0 win to Manchester City. Next up, it's Brighton versus Manchester United. The late kick-off on the Sunday. I think it's going to be a tough one at the Amex. I think Brighton are a good, you know, good team. Obviously, they lost last weekend, but I think at the Amex they're going to be strong this season like they were last season. I knew that they were going to stay up. I knew they had enough in them. Chris Hughton is a good coach. They've got some good players that can score goals. Maybe it's not enough to get you in that top 10, but they're going to have enough to be around, you know, mid-table. Manchester United, you know, they've got a good win against Leicester. First game of the season, you know, with all the negativity around Jose Mourinho. I think all in all, I think it's going to be a tough game for Manchester United, but I think they will see it out at the Amex. I think they're going to beat they're going to beat Brighton by 2-1. Then on Monday night, to round things up, it's going to be Crystal Palace versus Liverpool at 8 o'clock kickoff. I think it's going to be another tough game. Crystal Palace, you know, beat Fulham by 2-0. You know, there was a lot of uncertainty around Wilfried Zaha. He has just signed his new contract at Crystal Palace, and I think they deserve to win against Fulham, who were by far the better team. You know, Fulham had a wake-up call. Palace were playing their normal game, and I think all in all, you know, they will find it tough, you know, to beat a lot of teams in the top 4. You look at Liverpool on the other hand, you know, they wiped the floor, you know, with West Ham at Anfield, and I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. They've got a lot of good players, you know, got a good squad, they've got a good manager. You know, the board have stuck with them when, you know, went bad and they didn't win the Champions League. It's very easy to sack your manager. Liverpool didn't do that, and I think Liverpool, you know, if they can pick off where they left off last season, you know, with some of the signings that they've made, they can really kick on this season. Now Liverpool have to, you know, go to the likes of Crystal Palace, into stadiums like that to get results, and I think they're going to have to go all nitty gritty, and I think they will do that on Monday night. I think they will have to bide their time, but I think that they will get the result at Crystal Palace on Monday night. I think they're going to have too much quality for them, but I think it will be a tight game all in all. So I'm going to go for a Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 result. Now that's just been your Premier predictions for myself. I'll leave a list down below in the comments, so you can go and put your own in. And I'll also put them on the side of the screen so you can see what I've predicted, and you can put your own in, like I say, in the comments. And like I say, these are all just my opinions. You're going to have your own. I totally get that. And yeah, I hope on the Newcastle side of things that we do get, you know, at least a point, just to kind of like kickstart the season, because I don't want to go to Cardiff and not get anything this season. And all in all, this season I want to say we'll pick up points. It's going to be tough, I know, but we're just going to have to you know, grin and bear it for a lot of the games. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back with the review of all of the games. There will be a match review, of course, for Newcastle on the Saturday night or Sunday night. Bear with us, but in terms of the Premier predictions, that'll be out on Tuesday night, yeah, shall I say, after once the Crystal Palace games are up on Monday night. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's been Sharky from 100% NUFC, and I'll catch you later.